Hi, Hopesters. I hope you're doing well. I'm hopping on here really quick to do a video about gratitude and remembering. So I want to think about why is it important to remember? And what comes to your mind when you hear the word remember? For me, the first thing that comes to mind is Lion King and that scene where he says, "Remember who you are. Remember who you are." What do you think about when you hear the word remember? So recently, I decided that I wanted to get back into memorizing scripture. That was a practice that I was doing regularly, and I've really gotten away from it, but I'm coming back. And the first verse that I decided to memorize was Psalm 77, verses 11 through 12. And it says, "I will remember the deeds of the Lord. Yes, I will remember your miracles of long ago. I will consider all of your works, and I will meditate on all your mighty deeds." So as I was memorizing that verse, I was actually remembering. I was taking time to remember the deeds of the Lord. And that's really what I feel like God has done in my life, what I've seen God do in the lives of those around me, because that gives me encouragement and that gives me hope as I think about my current circumstances and what's going on in our world. So as I remembered, I reflected on my health journey. Many of you know my journey. I was diagnosed with lupus in 2017. Prior to that, I had already been diagnosed with with other chronic illnesses, autoimmune conditions. To date, it's been about 4 or 5 autoimmune conditions that I've been diagnosed with. And thinking back to 2015, 10 years ago now, November 2015, I was in a really low place. I was in constant pain. I had lost so much weight. I was down to 118 pounds. This is someone who's 5'11", okay? So I was literally skin and bones. Every day, things seemed to be getting worse. They weren't getting better. I had stopped working. It was just a really, really tough time. And honestly, during those times, it was hard for me to see how things could get better or if they would ever get better, because day by day by day, things seemed to be getting worse. And now, 10 years later, when I go back, I remember the deeds of the Lord. I remember how he sustained me. I remember how he got me through those difficult times. I remember the community that surrounded me in prayer and in encouragement. And in the moments when I couldn't believe for myself, they believed for me. And so I'm grateful. This November 2025, I'm remembering all that God has done. So I remember the deeds of the Lord. I remember his miracles of long ago. I consider all his works, and I meditate on all his mighty deeds. And that helps me as I think about our current times, as I think about loved ones who are walking through health challenges at this very moment. I can remember what God has done, and that gives me hope to know that he is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And if he did it before, he can do it again. So I encourage you today to remember how far you've come. Think back on your story. Think back on your journey. What have you seen take place? And how can that fill your heart with a sense of gratitude and hope for what's to come? I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, Hopesters.